So looking at the 8.5 ambiguous cases, remember this is when you have a triangle and you're given two sides and then you're given the other angle right here. So there's a side, and this angle isn't touching them, or it isn't touching one of them. So when we have that, then we have to figure out if the triangle works. So let me go through these three options. Option 1 is if you try it, and when you do sine -1 to get your angle, and it gives you a domain error, then you just write, oh, there's no triangle. It doesn't work. If it gets an answer, then you have to try and see if you have two triangles or just one. So when you have C is 40 degrees, then another option is C to be whatever 180 minus the 40 is. Okay? It's always 180 that you're checking. So these are your two options. You don't know if you have both or just one of them. So you have to actually look at your triangle and see, okay, if I put that in, does it work with my other angles to make less than 180 degrees? Because triangles have to stay within 180. They're exactly 180 when you add the angles. So if I tried 140 and this was maybe 60, when you add those up, you get greater than 180, which doesn't work. So that wouldn't be an answer, and it would just be this one. But if both work, then you can have two different triangles and two different answers. So let's take a look at the ambiguous case in this example problem, 16. So we are given, I'm going to draw a triangle to help. So A, B, C, we're given angle A. We are given side C, which is right here. And we're given side A, which is right here. And we want to know angle C. Notice here, let's show with a different color. We have this side, and we want this side, and it's not between the two sides. So this is going to be an ambiguous case. So we know A and A, so I want to set that up. And then C and C, we know one of them, we want the other. So that's going to be what I set up. So then you go through and cross multiply. So we get 24 times sine 96 equals 38 times sine C. And then go ahead and get some decimals for these. So 24 times sine of 96 is going to be 23.87 when you round. And then we can divide the 38 over. So we get 0.62. Let's make it 0.63. Okay, so we get this as our sine of C. And because we don't know the angle, this is when you use sine -1 of the decimal to get the angle. So we're going to get, let's see, so 23.87. Sorry, give me 1 second. So we're going to get 39 degrees as our angle, depending on how you rounded. That's one answer, so we know there's a triangle, and we need to see if the other answer, 180 minus that, so 180 minus 39, if C equaling 141, does it also work? So you have to look at the triangle. If I put a 141 here and add those up, 96 plus 141, I'm going to get 237, which is too big, so it doesn't work. Has to be less than 180. If I do 39 plus 96, I get 135, which checks out, so this right here is an answer, and it's my only one. Let's try one more example problem so you can see it. Let's see if I can find one that is ambiguous. Okay, so here we've got A, B, and C. We want angle A, we know angle B. Angle A is across from 32, angle B in 25. So if you look, side, side, this angle we don't know. So it's going to be ambiguous. So we're going to set it up. Sine of B over side B equals sine of A over side A. And you're going to cross multiply to get 32 times sine 156 equals 25 times sine of A. And get the decimal for that, because that's way easier to move on if you have that. I mean, you can wait. It's up to you. So I get 13.02 when I round. And I'm just going to take all this space right now. So then I'm going to take that answer and divide by 25. So I get 0.52 as sine A. And remember, I don't know my angle, so I do sine -1 with that decimal. So I'm going to get 31 degrees. So it came up with an answer, and I need to check the 180 minus 31. So I'm going to also check 149. So looking at this triangle, if I put a 149 here, 149 and 156, if you add those up, you can probably tell already that's too big. Too big, doesn't work. You have to try the 31 also. So if I add the 31 and 156, guess what? That also doesn't work, because 31 and the 156 I had make 187, which is greater than 180 still. Barely, but it is. So this actually has no triangle exists, because none of our angles worked. And that is how you do an ambiguous case.